Good morning, students. I hope all of you are doing well at your home during this lockdown period. Because of this pandemic, we cannot conduct regular classes. But despite that, we have come up with this online class. So today I'll be dealing with Sociology, Unit 3, that is institutional structure. So under institutional structure, we have this marriage, family, and kinship. So before we go into this marriage, family, and kinship, let's learn what is institution. Okay? So when we say institution, it is something that is an organization, okay? An organization or an establishment founded for a specific purpose. Okay? Every institution has their own specific purpose. Okay, like school. Okay? When we take school as an example, okay, what is the purpose of a school? The purpose of the school is to educate us, right? To educate the younger generation, the new generation. Okay, so when we talk about the hospital, okay, the institution of the hospital is for health treatment. Okay, so likewise, every institution has their own specific purpose. All right, so marriage also has their own specific purpose, family also, and then even kinship also has their own specific purposes. All right, so that is what we know about the institutions. All right, so now moving forward to the main topic, that is marriage, family, and kinship. Okay, we will learn about this marriage, family, and kinship in India. Okay, we are not talking about the world, we are not talking about international. Here we are talking about the Indian marriage system or the Indian family system or the Indian kinship system. All right. So under marriage, okay, generally we have these two forms, that is monogamy and polygamy. Under family, we have nuclear and joint family. Under kinship, we have affinal and consanguineous. When we say monogamy, okay, when we say monogamy, that is a single marriage, okay, where a man marries one woman at a given point of time. That is monogamy, a single marriage whereby a man marries only to one woman. Okay, that is single marriage or monogamy, and this is mostly used, generally used form of marriage in whole world context. All right, it is universally found in whole world. All right, and then we have this polygamy. When we say polygamy, that means a marriage whereby a man marries two or more women. Okay, or a marriage whereby a woman marries two or more men. Okay, and then moving forward to family. Okay, what is nuclear family and what is joint family? All right. So when we say nuclear family, that is a family whereby there is only the married parents and their unmarried children. Okay, and then when we talk about joint family, in joint family we will find two or more generations living together in one house. Okay, under one roof. All right, that is the joint family. And then next we have this affinal kinship and then consanguineous kinship. When we say affinal kinship means the kinship that is based on nearness. Okay, like the kinship relationship that a man has with his wife and with his in-laws. All right, the relationship that a man has with his in-laws, like his wife's parents or wife's brothers and sisters, the relationship that he has through the tie of marriage that he has with his wife. Okay, and then when we say consanguineous means the relationship, the kinship relationship that a person has through blood. Okay, like the kinship relationship that I have with my own brothers and sisters, with my own parents. Okay, through blood. Okay, that is the consanguineous kinship. Okay. Next, we will move on to the concept of marriage, family, and kinship. So when we talk about marriage, okay, marriage, it means the union, socially sanctioned union of a man and a woman as husband and wife, which means socially allowed. Okay, the society allowed a man and a woman to be a husband and wife. Okay, that is the marriage. Okay. So under marriage, we will be having different types of marriage. We will be dealing about these 4 types of marriages. Okay, the tribal marriage, the Hindu marriage, the Muslim marriage, and the Christian marriage. So first we will look into the tribal marriage. Okay. So when we talk about tribal marriage, among the tribals, they consider marriage as the social contract in order to fulfill physical pleasure and also for progeny. When we say progeny, that means to have children. Okay. So under tribal marriage, okay, tribal marriage, like example, if those desires, okay, like for sexual pleasure or procreation and even for mutual cooperation. Okay, when we say mutual cooperation means helping each other, okay, by sharing responsibilities to look after the family. Okay, that is the mutual cooperation that a husband and a wife has. But if those necessities are not fulfilled, then marriage can be dissolved through divorce. Okay. So under tribal marriage, let's see how tribals acquire their mate. Okay, how tribals acquire their marriage partner. Okay. So under that, we will be having different types of marriage. Different ways of acquiring mates. Okay. So there are some ways by which the tribals, they acquire their mate, their marriage partner. Okay. So the first one is marriage by negotiation. When we say marriage by negotiation, that means that involves a mediator, a middle person. Okay. It can be like an arranged marriage, okay, whereby the parents of both the groom and the bride are being involved. Okay, through their mutual understanding, they will arrange that marriage, and then that marriage ceremony can be conducted. That is the marriage by negotiation. That means marriage by understanding each other. Okay. And the next we have marriage by probation. When we say marriage by probation means a particular period is being given, okay, to the groom, okay, and then within that particular period, the parents of the bride, they will constantly observe at him, and then if they find it satisfied, okay, if they find it satisfied with his work or with his behavior, then they will give their daughter to him, okay, to that groom. Okay, so that form of marriage can be called as probation. Okay, so this marriage by probation you will find among the Kuki tribes. Okay, and then next we have this marriage by capture. The very name itself says marriage by capture. When we say marriage by capture, there we have two types. Okay, one is physical capture, and then the other one is ceremonial capture. So when we say physical capture, the very name itself says that whereby a groom carries away his bride, okay, and then they marry. Okay, that is marriage physical capture, capturing the woman, okay, physically. That is the physical capture. And then when we say ceremonial capture, you might be wondering what is ceremonial capture. Okay, but it is a marriage whereby the man, okay, surprises her. Okay, when we talk about ceremonial capture, that means a marriage whereby a man surprises the woman, okay, by applying ceremonial signs, just like by applying vermilion. When we say vermilion, you might be seeing in Indian serials or Indian movies whereby the woman used to put on that red color upon their head. Okay, that is the sign of marriage. So vermilion can be applied or by putting the necklace, okay, around the neck of the woman. Okay, those are some of the ceremonial captures that are being practiced, okay, among the tribals also. And then next we have marriage by trial. Okay, marriage by trial. When we say marriage by trial, that means a marriage where the groom will be challenged, okay, by the bride's family. Okay, like by throwing some obstacles on his way. Okay, like example, like to fight with elephant. If he can fight, if he can overcome that fight, then he will be given the bride. Okay, like that. And then the next we have marriage by purchase. Okay, marriage by purchase, it simply means that the groom, he will purchase his bride, okay, by paying some amount to the family of the bride. Okay, and when we talk about marriage by service means a man, he has to render his service to the bride's family. If he wants to marry a particular woman, then he has to go and stay in their house, and then he has to render his service. And if the family of the bride are impressed, okay, by his work, then they will give their daughter, okay, to that man. Okay, that is marriage by service. Next is marriage by exchange. Okay, when we say marriage by exchange, that means the exchanging of the bride and the groom. The groom will go to the bride's house, and then the bride will come to the groom's house. Okay, like that. They will exchange, and then if the family of the bride are impressed with the groom, and at the same time, if the family of the groom are also impressed with the bride, then they will, it will be followed by marriage ceremony, okay, of that particular person. Of that particular bride and groom, okay. And then next we have marriage by elopement. Okay, marriage by elopement, it simply means marriage by running away. Okay, if somebody opposes their marriage, okay, the couple, they might run away, and then when they come back after few period of time, like after few months or after few years, the people of that particular place, they have to accept them as married couple. Okay, so that is marriage by elopement. And then next we have marriage by intrusion. Marriage by intrusion, it means like when a man and a woman, okay, when they have intimate relationship, and then if a man refuses to accept his wife, okay, the lady with whom he had that intimate relationship, then the woman has to take the initiatives and he has to move to the husband's house, and she has to stay there. Okay, and at the beginning she might be ill-treated by the family of that man or even by that man. Okay, but slowly she will be accepted as his wife. Okay, so that form is marriage by intrusion. Okay, but one thing to be noted here is like most of these marriages has gone drastic changes, okay, in present day because of modernization and also because of education, okay, and also because of the conversion into different religious groups, like the influence of dominant religious groups like the Hinduism or Muslim or even the Christianity. Okay, because of those influence, okay, these practices has been changed. Okay, most of these marriage systems are being changed, okay, among the tribals.